Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are doing a fanfiction reading. Today we've got a special guest. It's a new patron named Film Nerd.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And we are going to be reading Zelda and Sonic's Day Out, and it is rated M. So I'm sure this is going to be some terrible stuff, and it's written in 2015.
I'm personally excited for this.
And we've got a narrator, so I guess I'll do the narrator voice.
Before we begin, is this ironic or unironic?
I think it's unironic, isn't it?
I think it's unironic. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do my.
Did you write this? I did.
No,
I
he
don't
didn't.
know.
This is well known. It was
Okay.
on Game Grumps.
All right.
Okay, here's the narrator. Hey peoples, here's my first venture into the world of SSB. Is that Super Smash Bros? Hope
Yeah,
y'all enjoy it. And before you asked, in the review sections, yes, I'm still working on my other fic, so don't bother asking. Okay, this is just something I felt like doing. I don't own any of the characters from Super Smash Bros. So
course not.
please don't sue me. I have no money. So anyway, on with the fic.
So many of these like Sonic fan fictions start with "I don't own Sonic," but like that's like a no shit thing.
Yo, they do because no, people used to complain if you didn't put that at the beginning though.
Yeah, people did used to bitch about that. So I guess we're just gonna switch back and forth. I'm gonna read first. The first rays of morning sun peeked out through the bedroom window of one Princess Zelda, and Princess is lowercase, not realizing that's a title and it should be uppercased, of Hyrule. You uppercased Hyrule, though. Okay, whatever. And lightly kissed her regal face, her eyelids scrunched up as the sun told her it was time to arise for a new day.
No, it said it was time arise.
Oh,
They
my
missed the
brain
word.
corrected. Time arise for the new day. Begrudgingly, her lids fluttered open. I hate over descriptions. It fucking annoys me. Exposing her eyes. Okay, I get it. Say her eyes open, you dumb bitch. To the light. She hissed like a fucking snake and groaned a bit before she pulled her body up from the covers. Not morning, the princess groaned as she stretched her arms as her body began to bit by bit wake up. That just seemed weird. Her mind was slowly coming online.
She's a machine.
She's a fucking robot. And realizing where she was and what day it was. She's fucking... Who's that guy running for president right now, babe?
Biden.
She's Biden. What year is it?
What day is it?
The place was the Smash Mansion. I love that title.
Same.
Where she and many other colorful characters routinely fought in Smash Tournament for the pleasure and mysterious entity known as Master Hand. So they're trying to make like Smash Bros have like a lore weird. Sometimes his insane brother, Crazy Hand. I don't like the fact that they're treating them like they're people and they're disembodied floating hands. She had been here for a few runs and made a close and unique circle of friends. Okay, I'm done.
All right. The day, however, was something of vast importance.
Just vast important, not importance.
Yeah. So much so that upon realizing what the day was, she instantly woke up like someone injected her with a strong dose of caffeine directly into her
Are we still
blood.
talking about her getting out of bed? We're like 2 paragraphs in
She
and we're
would
still
die.
we're still talking about her
We
getting
gotta
out of bed.
We gotta know all this stuff, Dylan.
They already
it's
told
important
us her eyes opened up, she groaned, she hissed. That's all we needed.
All right. Today was Wednesday.
God damn it! Who cares? It was Wednesday, the 12th of May to be exact. Who cares?
Yeah, at 7:30 a.m. or whatever. Specifically, it was her day off. Better still, she had plans today. Plans that included spending the day with a certain special someone who had become so close to her heart. Okay. A wide grin erupted on her face.
Erupted?
Like a
It just
volcano.
exploded. That's it. Her face is gone now.
It explodes.
She's gone. Her face is gone.
It's blown up. She was
Yeah.
waiting for this day all week, and now it was here. Zelda bounced out of her bed and tossed
No,
on
not
the road.
bounced.
Bound. She bounded her way out of bed.
Zelda bounded. What does that mean?
Just bounded out of
she
her
like
bed.
bounced like violently out of bed.
Bounded out of her bed and tossed on a robe to cover her royal pink nightgown before exiting out of her room and into the bathroom across the hall.
Who cares?
I don't know, someone, I guess. She looked at herself in the mirror, her face still a bit tired looking, and her hair in need of a brush, before she turned on the faucet to splash some water in her face. Are we just going to go through her entire
Yes,
routine?
apparently, begrudgingly and very slowly.
All right, good to know. Reaching up into the cabinet, she retrieved her personal toothbrush as opposed to her, I don't know, informal toothbrush.
Personal.
And some toothpaste, and began her usual.
God
morning
damn it!
routine.
Are you gonna tell us each and every stroke?
Yeah, this is a little much. Afterwards, she was more than likely going to jump in the shower and prepare for the day. She wanted to be all nice and clean for him when they met. Well, I mean, if she's going through all this, she better be clean.
Oh.
Okay, let's switch.
Okay.
I'll go.
All right.
Morning, princess. She instantly recognized the voice coming from the door. Samus Aran walked into the room.
Why is Samus always here? Every single fucking
It's
time.
she's the sexy one, apparently.
Samus is in all of these. Like, she was like the main fucking trophy for Sonic's Ultimate Harem.
Oh, I guess she's just a thought. Let's just face it. She's a thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clad in her skin-tight sleepwear. Her night attire wasn't really meant to be sexy or alluring. Yeah, really.
Who sleeps in
just-
skin-tight clothing?
Nobody.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
How
I've
can
never
you
met anyone who
rest
sleeps
in
in
that?
skin-tight sleepwear.
Weird.
It was just something she wore because it was comfortable and practice. I think they meant to put practical there, but
They
put
meant practical? Just
Yeah.
practice?
Well, if
It's not even practical though,
if it's skin tight, how can it be comfortable?
or practical. Anyway, she wasn't a type to tease men. She just didn't have time for it. At least, not all the time, anyway.
None
Morning,
of the
Samus.
time. I think Samus would be like asexual. I wouldn't picture her ever wanting anyone. She just wants to murder.
Pretty much. Morning, Samus, she greeted. The bounty hunter walked by and grabbed the bottle of mouthwash. It was hers, of course, since it was so strong. None of the other women could handle it.
What is it, like pure fucking liquor? Like a bottle of Jack Daniels?
Oh my god!
I'm
Oh
just
my
picturing
god!
them now. Zelda's like, "Oh hey Samus, how are you? Oh, I'm doing okay." Like and then Zelda uses like Listerine, and then Samus just like grabs a big bottle of Jack. Just
Do you know what it is? It's like those fucking batteries from the Metroid game. She just fucking chugs that shit.
Zelda accidentally takes a swig and just fucking dies on the spot. She's not powerful enough. Just perfect for Samus. Prefect for Samus. Oh my god.
oh my god.
Okay.
Prefect.
Prefect.
Perfect.
You seem in very good spirits. Unusual for you. Zelda spat out a wad of paste. What's so unusual about that? I just felt like getting up early, even though she fucking said she hated the morning, but you know. Strange. So it has nothing to do with spending your day off with a certain someone? I have no idea what you are talking about. You may be a great ruler, Zelda, but you're a piss-poor liar. Samus took a small swig.
I'm telling you, it's Jack Daniel. She was sitting there getting
It has
drunk.
to be. She's just getting
Absolutely.
pissed on it. Never took you as one for gossip, Samus. This was true. In the time she had come to know and befriend the space bounty hunter, she had come to learn that the woman wasn't like many women that she knew in her life as a royal.
Can we talk about this? Why does every fanfiction just have a disembodied narrator? Like, why is
I
there
don't
always
know.
just,
Yeah,
like, this
like-
random fucking voice hovering over? It was true.
It makes no sense.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Just the narrator, I guess.
She wasn't backbiting, conniving, or one for spreading or listening to rumor. She was a straightforward and blunt person. She did everything with a
See,
sense of
Dumbsville,
commitment.
you said my comic was too descriptive.
I mean, the first page, but like, this is just like prose. This is like Tolkien prose, dude.
This is literally describing everything this person's ever wanted to do in life.
Did Stephen King secretly write this? Because this is of like his writing. It's just overly descriptive.
I bet you Samus isn't even going to be a main character, and we're learning
She
all
won't
this
be.
shit about her for
She'll
no
disappear.
reason.
She's gonna
Probably.
disappear, like, after this one bit. She did everything with a sense of commitment and efficiency. She didn't have time for the pettiness that Zelda was so used to from the noble ladies of Hyrule. Maybe that's why they were such good friends.
Noble ladies. I've never seen anyone else in Hyrule except for that fucking milk girl.
Noble ladies.
I don't know.
All one of them.
The fucking fish girl? Is she a noble lady?
The blonde spat out
Hey,
the
don't hit
burning
on fish,
liquid
waifu.
before answering her. Not gossip, Link has loose lips around me. Oh, does he now? Switch, I'm switching.
He's not the only one that's loose. I gotta pull a Jesse
Oh,
line. Okay, Dunzo, go.
Zelda looked at her friend, shock evident on her face, and a tiny smug-like smile on her face. Already,
on her face twice.
On her face, on her
Shock
face, on her
evident on her
face.
face, and a tiny smug smile on her face.
Face.
Oh, really?
already
face.
the princess was thinking of various ways to punish the hero of time when she got a chance. She sighed in defeat. Who else knows? Don't know, Samus answered. Maybe Snake, who isn't capitalized.
Why is it always Snake? Why
It's
is
just
he
a
always
snake.
here?
It's just a snake. Not the snake, just a snake.
We cut
Aw.
this snake and you just hear hissing from a box.
Aww.
Well, that's good, Zelda replied. Snake can definitely keep a secret.
I'm very
Funny.
known for keeping secrets.
I'm Metal Gear, my secret.
I'm
Or
very
you're super
trustworthy.
with
I respect women. Tips my
Where's my
box.
fedora?
That's not good.
True enough, he's certainly more respectful than most of the men.
Oh no, he really does tip his box. Oh no.
Oh no!
So, you two gonna fuck?
Oh
What?
God, you ever come near me again with that face of yours.
We went from 1 to 10 really quickly.
Zelda nearly choked on her toothbrush.
That's not
That
the
was-
only thing she's gonna choke on.
Kill me.
We all get
Oh.
possessed by Jessie pajamas.
I know, serious. Sad
True.
day.
Why did she always forget that part of Samus? The woman was blunt in nearly every aspect of her life. Why is this 15 minutes long? In fact, that's kind of how they became friends. After a major smash, the bounty hunter, clad in her Zero suit, walked up to Zelda and started a conversation with her. Not 5 minutes into it, she outright asked a rather crazy question. Are you fucking Link?
Yo, you two smashing?
Yo, you two on that grind? Yo. The question was so insane and borderline rude. Borderline rude?
That is rude. Outwardly
Border-
rude.
What do you mean borderline? It
Yeah,
is.
You don't
it's
just
so
ask
rude
people if they're
Asking
fucking.
somebody point blank, hey, are you two fucking?
So Dylan, Taylor,
Huh?
you two fucking right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
So should I say this in the video? So Danny, you and manga.
Oh no.
I hate me too.
I saw that coming and I didn't want to say it. I couldn't stop it. I just.
That she, and borderline rude that she didn't know.
She
if
just
should be
walks
shocked.
up to her. You fucking gay?
Bro, you fucking gay, dude? What the fuck?
Are you a homosexual?
Ew.
The princess settled for laughing. Samus thought she was making fun of her, but Zelda just explained to her how absurd it sounded to her. She eventually denied having a sexual relationship with Link, which was something the armored space warrior was hoping for. Samus liked Link for a long time. Even though
What?
this is a massive plot twist. She liking Link. She is a thought.
She's like fucking way taller than him.
Bruh. She like a Caterino level thought, okay? She a Caterino.
No.
Isn't she
She got-
older than him?
I
She
think
got
so.
7.
Yeah.
She's a grown woman.
And he's a fucking teenager.
Kinda weird.
When asked why she did, she merely replied that he had a cute butt. Zelda knew it was more than that now, since Samus wasn't that shallow.
That's Hyrule's ass.
Tyrolean. Wasn't that shallow of a person, or else she would have hooked up with Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon.
He's the ultimate Chad.
They're going on.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going for every man here.
Every mom.
Yeah. Every man.
Every mon.
Zimbabwe Ugo Fefe. Goat. Maybe she would have recognized courageous spirit and righteous ethics. Righteous. What?
I mean, I get courageous spirit, but I don't think Link's ever said anything but yeah.
I
No,
mean,
what? Well, I
Link is
mean, what
pretty-
about the games where he was like, "Gee, it sure is boring around here."
That's the wrong Link.
To be fair, like
They called him the hero of time. He's the one that goes yeah.
I mean, having good ethics, though, you know.
He doesn't talk. How the fuck can he have ethics?
You can tell by the way he smashes those pots. He does it in a way that's very ethical.
Oh yeah.
No.
A vast departure from the people she's normally deals with. The princess didn't mind. They were a good match for each other, although they were noise at night because Samus's room was right next to hers. Who wants to go next?
I will.
Taylor. It has
Yeah.
to be Taylor.
No, we're just friends. So friends can fuck. They shouldn't. It's not
No.
like that, she exclaimed. I just enjoy his company. Whatever you say, just don't let Marth find out.
Oh no.
What? Aww.
Oh,
She
no,
didn't
no.
need to tell her that. It was no secret that the swordsman had a thing for her and would go out of his way to show her his devotion. The problem was that he was a prince. Zelda had seen it all before. Princes always acted the same around her and did things to get her attention. It flattered her, but it just wasn't enough to keep her attention.
She a thought.
Yeah,
Caterino, bruh.
Teacher
he
thought.
better not find out. I don't think he would approve. He's not gonna find out from me. So
I love
don't
that
you
we don't
think
even know who's saying anything.
I don't know.
I
I'm so
don't know.
confused.
Yeah.
So, you don't think it's weird? Zelda, I'm an intergalactic bounty hunter. I travel across the galaxy as my daily commute. I've seen more planets that I care to count. And I've seen so many different races and
She
cultures
can't
that
count.
Has she
And
seen
culture-
black people? Didn't think so. She hasn't seen all the races.
it would make your head spin.
She
If you
kills
and
all the
him-
races.
If you and him want to do something, go for it. I've seen it all. As long as he makes you happy, I don't really care.
You were talking about fucking a minute ago. I don't
I
think that's
know.
the same thing.
Oh, I just want you to be happy. Her friend's words caused the Hylian to cross the short gap between them to give her a crushing hug. Oh, Samus,
Is that
you're the best friend I've
hug-worthy?
ever had. I know.
Girls just
No, it's
randomly
not.
hugging each other? Is that a thing now?
No.
This is
No,
written
it's
by
not.
a guy. This is written by a guy.
It is,
Absolutely.
for sure. Fine, whatever, just get off of me, she joked, pushing the girl off of her. Well, I better start getting ready. You staying in here long? Samus shook her head. Nah, gonna get a workout done and then jump in the shower. Although you better shower ASAP. Once Peach gets in there, it's not gonna be free for at least 2 hours. Good point. I gotta get my clothes together. And if I don't see you later, have a good night out. Zelda gave her a soft smile before bounding back to her room.
Why does she keep bounding everywhere?
I don't know.
Freak of
Like, what the
nature.
Upon entering, she felt a sudden rush of air blow into the room, accompanied by a flash of blue.
Oh,
Panic!
it's Mario!
When it was over, her
It's
window was
fucking
open.
Poly Roll.
Oh my god, it is!
No! Don't mention it!
A few sneaker prints were on the floor.
It is
and a
him.
single pink rose was left on her nightstand. She softly fingered the petals. You don't just say that. Before inhaling the sweet scent it excluded.
It sounds like she's just going full Kirby on it, like.
He always did this in the morning. He'd run the 30 miles east of the mansion, pick a single pink rose from the small grotto, run back, and place it next to her bed.
Is that kind of like fucked up? Like he wants,
little bit, yeah.
like he knows someone named Amy Rose and she's pink, and he's giving someone pink roses.
That's why he's doing it. Her face went light shade of crimson. Today was going to be a great day.
Oh no.
Okay, back to me.
Yay.
Right.
Oh, hey! I was right! Link yelled as his shirtless body slammed into the ground for the 12th time in the last 30 minutes. I told you, that's all he fucking says! He
Oh
already
my
had
God.
bruises and whelps of varying shapes and sizes and colors all over his body. Getting the focus back in his eyes, he looked up at his teacher, bandana flowing in the wind, and just as shirtless as him. "Wanna go again?" Solid Snake asked. Apparently he has shit to teach Link, even though Link knows fucking magic.
They're not
in his
training, they're
low,
doing something more.
gravelly voice with
Oh,
with his sweaty, muscly body. When the soldier asked Link if he wanted to
No,
join
it's
for
not
some
soldier,
morning
it's
exercise.
Solider.
Solider. I
Solider
am
Snake.
I am the Solider Snake.
He is the Solider Snake.
We'll get ready for Solider Snake.
Morning exercises. He-
Solid snake, liquid snake, solid dust snake, and solid earth snake.
Solidist Snake.
He never imagined it would be so painful and draining. He understood why this guy was considered a legend back in his world, but you'd never hear him say it. Snake was very grounded and low-key about his own status as a legendary soldier. He never bragged on himself, except for in the story when he's narrating, talking to the fucking narrator. I don't brag about myself, but I'm so cool. I'm such a cool soldier. Asked for his special treatment or called himself a legend, except for in this narration. He was a simple soldier. Solider again? Fuck!
They've said it every single time in that paragraph.
They don't know how
it
to
just
spell
says
it.
Solider.
Oh god. The hero of time shook his head. Is that the narrator or is that him? Nah, 12
think-
is limit. Is
I
that
think
Link?
that-
Does
I think
he,
that's Link.
does he speak like
That's
that?
Link.
I don't think he talks. I'm gonna go, Wah! Good.
His limit.
Good choice.
Nah.
Good choice, Snake. Reached, extended his hand. Link took it and pulled himself up. You got some good moves, kids.
Ew.
Kids. Not kid, kids.
Multiple kids.
Decent enough to stretch and reflexes, although your hand-to-hand skills need some work.
It's CQC in the Metal Gear universe.
I'm
It's
switching
called
links.
CQC.
I'm-
It's called no. Let me write
Okay,
about
you
this.
go.
It's CQC. It is not hand-to-hand. It's CQC. Close quarters combat.
I'm switching links since this Link can talk. He can't be the Ocarina Time Link. I don't really see a need. Link took a drink of his water from a water jug. Where else would he get water from? I have my sword and my gear, and I'm going to bomb some Dodongos. But what if you don't? What if I don't have a gun? What if you lose your sword or can't use all the gear you have? Snake asked, motioning to a small pile of clothes and weapons near them. You have flexible? Is that him? You have flexible. Anything can happen on the battlefield, so you have to be ready for anything. It never hurts to be prepared. Okay, I'm switching. Someone take over. It's who was it? It's I don't remember.
It's
who
a
was
film
second.
nerd.
Yeah, I'll
Film
go.
nerd. You were second. Yeah.
Okay. Point. But I wouldn't have lost if I had my sword. But you didn't, Snake said, and I was going easy on you. The astonishment was evident on the hero's face. You were holding back?
I was
Of
only
course.
pretending to be retarded.
Exactly. Of course, the solider answer.
They missed all the opportunities for Snake to say, "You're pretty good."
Yeah. I could have killed you at least 27 times by now.
I've been counting.
Link knew the guy wasn't lying. If Solid Snake says he could kill you, best believe that the man could end your life. So, you gonna spar with him now? Link motioned over to the only other person in the area. It was Ness, watching the spar and playing with his yo-yo. Nah, no need. His age and size notwithstanding, Ness was one of the strongest smashers in the entire mansion.
Ness isn't even top tier. Fuck off. Who wrote this? Ness isn't a top tier character. What the fuck?
You better write to Max Acorn because he wrote this and let him know.
Well, Ness is not a top tier character. He spams
even a
PK fire. That's all he fucking does.
Here in Earthbound, like he's not that like he's a powerful character. He's like a little kid though.
Well,
Even that powerful.
in Smash, all people do is fucking spam PK fire. Like, they don't even fucking use Ness that often. I know someone's gonna be in the comments saying, well, actually, Dylan, there's
I am a Ness
people
main.
who can do amazing things with Ness. I've never seen a Ness player who didn't spam PK fire.
Exactly. And Snake knew this firsthand. He sparred with almost everyone in the roster and had a pretty good gauge of who was stronger or weaker than who. When it came to Ness, the kid wasn't all psychic power. He was damn strong. Oh yeah, because he could totally take out like Incineroar or whatever. His fighting style was simple but effective. With proper training, he could one day overwhelm the seasoned combat vet. You guys playing in the dirty again?
In the dirty.
In the dirty again.
Like, oh no! And
That
Ness is
sounds
like, how
fun.
old is Ness?
I
wanna
love
play in the
playing in
dirty
the
too.
mud.
Oh god. The two men turned to find the source of the voice. One Sonic the Hedgehog.
That
Oh,
was
it's not-
Sonic? You playing in the dirty? I love being filthy.
You guys playing in the dirty again? That's no good. Looking at them with a toothy grin from outside of the dirt circle they use as a ring. You could use some training yourself, Blue Boy, Snake quipped. The hedgehog merely waved him off. Training like that is my thing. Disregarding his tone, Snake did actually like and respect Hedge Sonic, of course. In fact, the guy was probably the most likable person in the mansion.
Oh,
okay,
no.
No, that's not realistic.
Sonic
Who would
is
hate
an
Sonic?
asshole. Who would want
He
to
is.
live with Sonic? Sonic is a
I'd
fucking
kill
dick.
myself if I lived with Sonic.
is Max Acorn secretly Lil Sonic? Because this is reminding me so much
They're
of
already
Sonic.
calling him respectable. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. He could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. He just seemed to get along with everyone, even the King of Evil himself. Ganondorf.
Even literal,
No, I don't
even
believe
literally Satan gets along with Sonic.
Yeah, seemed to find his presence, in his own words, more tolerable than most.
That
Uh,
most.
More tolerable than most. Besides, I don't got the time. I've got plans for my day off.
Why is it everyone's day off? Are they employed by Master Hand? Are they getting paid? I want to know.
I don't know. Sonic spoke, motioning to the backpack strapped to his spiny backside. Finally gonna do something with Zelda, huh? If Sonic was drinking water,
They acted
he
like it
would've-
was a secret earlier, but it seems like everyone fucking knows.
Yeah,
I know.
Probably not that great at keeping secrets then.
Link's a bastard. He just tells everyone everything. I didn't even know that fucker could talk.
Yeah. If Sonic was drinking water, he would have spat it out after hearing Snake's comment.
What? Yeah, I'll do the Jesse line.
What? Link growled. Okay, I don't know.
It was Link that fucking told everyone. Link! Sonic growled.
Okay. Don't look at me. I didn't say anything to him, the hero of time defended, hands in front of him. The elf didn't tell me anything, informed Snake. You're just easy to read. I am not, assured Sonic, which was all the super solider needed to go off.
Okay, switch. Solider. Yeah.
You don't really plan for anything, Sonic. You just go with the flow, so it must be something special for you to do all this for. Your shoes have been shined up better than usual, and you rarely pack anything around outside of what's already on your person. But you know what really gave you away? Dude, wait, was that Link or was that Snake talking? I thought it was
That
Snake.
was Snake, and now Sonic said
is
do
Snake.
tell.
Oh. Do tell. Your
Do
smile.
tell.
Sonic
Your
always
smile,
smiles.
Link.
In almost every bit of his merchandise, he's smirking. Oh yeah,
much.
your smile really tips you off. You're happy all the time.
Link and Sonic looked at each other from the statement. My smile? He asked. No man smiles like that unless there's a woman involved. And seeing as how Zelda is the only woman you
Sonic's
pass around,
always seeing a woman every hour of the day.
What about gay men?
I
They
guess
don't
it's
exist.
homophobic. It stands to reason that it's her you are spending the day with. Sometimes Sonic really hated how observant Snake could be when he puts his mind to something. His broody appearance and lone wolf personality belied his keen observation skills and high intellect. Sharing a look with Link, the hedgehog saw no further reason to hide or lie to him.
Now, if only he
Fine.
knew how to spell his occupation.
Fine, he started. Me and Zelda are spending the day together. We've been planning this for a month.
Do you think?
I even
do you
had-
think he's called Solid Snake because he doesn't know how to spell soldier?
Yeah, probably.
Solid Snake.
He was supposed to be Soldier Snake, and he just fucked it up.
Oh no! That's canon in my head now.
Oh, boy.
Hang on, I've lost where I was. Oh wait. I even had to ask Master Hand for this day off, but it's not romantic or anything
Yeah,
like
can
that.
he
We-
talk? He's a hand.
I
Hands
don't know.
talk.
We just wanted to spend some time away
He
from
literally talked to the hand.
everyone.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Link nodded. Well, I can understand that. Whether if it's romantic or not, just make sure Marth doesn't find out. Sonic groaned at the mention of the prince's name. Don't remind me. The guy thinks he's being sly about wanting to court her and made it clear that she was off limits, as if he had the rights to her alone or something. Never really cared for that guy, said Snake. I respect his combat skills, but honestly, I'd rather go head-to-head with Psycho Manus again than really spend any real time with him.
That's all I'm known
Don't-
for, is that one fight.
Don't really blame you, added Link. Marth's kind of a stick in the mud. His comments caused his two friends to let out small chuckles. So, you guys don't really mind that she's spending time with someone like me? Who the fuck asked that? I don't know.
Sonic.
The elf and the Solida traded bewildered looks between each other before Link spoke first. I've known Zelda for a long time, longer than most people can imagine. Being both the monarch of a country and a bearer of one of the most powerful magical artifacts in the world is hard on her, harder than most people know. Sure, she can relax around me and a few other people, but it doesn't all go away. She never really lets herself go. Then you came along, and for the first time in a long time, she's happy and having fun. I really don't care who or what you are, Sonic. You make her happy. And that's good enough for me. I agree with Elf Boy here, added Snake. Emotions are what guide and bind up together as people. Doesn't matter what we are, it's our feelings that unite us as living
That's
beings.
Snake.
Outward appearance.
Snake would definitely say something like that.
Yeah, that's kind
Let
of
me
gay.
give you relationship advice.
Emotions are
Snakes are
what guide
furry confirmed. Outward appearances are just that. It doesn't change what's on the inside. Regardless of what type of feelings you two have for each other, they connect you and are worth exploring. If there is anyone in this mansion who deserves happiness, it's Zelda. And if there is anyone in this mansion capable of giving her that happiness, it's you. Don't worry about the mindless stuff. Just enjoy the moment. I'll switch
Okay,
now.
sweet.
How accurate is this to Snake's character?
Not very.
accurate.
Yeah.
Thumbsville,
What
your
are you talking
turn.
about? It's exactly what Hideo Kojima imagined back in the day.
Hideo Kojima would shed a tear at that writing.
Imagine if, like, at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, instead of, like, Snake giving that message to Raiden about, like, identity, he goes, emotions are what guide us.
I feel like Raiden had that pep talk at some point.
I just want to, like, I'm tempted to make the thumbnail to literally be like Snake in a fucking like psychologist chair just talking to Sonic and Zelda, and on his little name tag it says the Solider.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Is it my turn?
Dunzo, yeah,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Wow, that was deep, Snake. That was free. Next time, you buy me beer. That's not what Snake would ask for cigarettes. Could you?
I drink
Sonic!
and smoke at the same time.
I use my stomach acids to hide my alcohol. Sonic, over here! 3 pairs of eyes turn to see the Hyrule Monarch, standing on a nearby hill, dressed in her normal regal attire, regal again, carrying what looked to be a picnic basket. She waved.
Oh boy, it's a
excitedly.
picnic basket.
That's what I was thinking.
A picnic
Yeah,
basket, boo boo.
Okay, Yogi.
Link waved back. Snake merely nodded his head. And Sonic flashed her.
Oh,
Sonic flashed her. She must have seen it since she broke into a fit of giggles. Oh,
Oh no, poor
It
Sonic.
was too small for her.
I feel bad for Sonic. He's standing right next to someone known as the Solider.
well, gentlemen, I'd love to chat with you some more, but I can't keep a beautiful lady waiting. With that, the hedgehog sped away in a cloud dust, leaving the 2 men alone
No-
to contemplate the events that took place.
A cloud dust, not a cloud of dust, just a cloud,
Cloud
dust.
Cloud dust.
Yeah.
exactly.
$10 says they have sex before the day is out.
What the fuck, Snake?
That's- Why is Snake saying this? Is not what Snake would say at all. Jeez.
It sounds
Snake
like
would-
Snake and Samus should be together.
What Snake would say if Snake were in the situation, he would simply go, "Lady, psychomantis." That's what he would say.
Yeah.
Link looked at him incredulously. Oh, big words make me smart.
He can't even spell soldier right. Don't fucking use
Mm-mm.
incredulously.
He copy and pasted that in here.
Snake! He exclaimed. It took Sonic only a few seconds to reach the princess.
I picture it being like, Snake! And then the fucking Full House music starts playing.
Snake! Snake! Snake!
Everywhere you look.
It took Sonic only a few seconds to reach the princess, lapping around her figure and kicking up a gust around her. Zelda laughed as his display of Bravo before her. He sat right-
Bravo.
It's supposed to be bravado.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the bravado.
He turned into Johnny Bravo.
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 Hey,
He stopped right in front of her, bending over in a sort of bow. Your knight is here, my lady.
Technically, I was a knight.
God.
Your knight in shining armor is here.
He announced in the most noble way possible. Kill me.
Kill me.
No.
Kill me.
Fedora.
I bid thee welcome, Sir Hedgehog. Jeez, this dialogue makes me want to kill myself.
Oh my god, I want to die.
She replied in kind. The exchange caused them both to cackle at each other. Neither were very formal
Cackle like
around
me.
themselves, so this was just something they did as something out of a joke. Kept you waiting, huh? Asked Sonic. Snake would say. No, she answered. You never kept me waiting.
He should have said, long time no see.
Awesome. So you got everything you need? He motioned at her basket. Yes, sir. A fun lunch for the both of us. Hope you have room for it all. For you, Zelda, I'd out eat Kirby.
That's
I
not
thought it
possible.
said eat out.
I eat.
Oh, yeah, Kirby. His comment caused a slight blush to rise on her face. Whether he noticed or not, she couldn't tell. So where are we going? There is a
So
small
where are going?
Where are going?
are
Where
going.
are going?
There is a small lake about 50 miles that way, he exclaimed. Nice and quiet, with no one around for miles. 50
no.
miles, she verbalized. I can't walk that far, Sonic. The hedgehog wagged his finger. Who said you'd be walking? Sonic then threw on the floor and dragged her to the...
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this that part in Sonic 06 where Sonic like picks up Elise and just like runs,
No.
like carries her through the desert?
No, it's like in Sonic Heroes, he's gonna do the fucking spin and then she's gonna fly away in a tornado.
Oh no.
Before she could inquire about what he meant, Zelda found herself off the ground in the arms of her friend. She forgot how strong Sonic actually was for someone his size. Better? He asked her, flashing that toothy grin she adored. Much. Hold on tight.
Spider monkey.
She wrapped her arms around his neck, the basket tucked safely in her lap, feeling her tighten her grip on him. He sped up away from the mansion. This was the first time Sonic had ever carried her when he ran so far. For Zelda, she was
What are you
open to
doing?
normal reality.
He's trying to rap.
I'm trying to make this entertaining, Dylan. And
It's not.
I know.
The whole world around her turned into a rush of colors, shapes, and sensations. Even as Sheik, she could never imagine that she would be moving at such speeds. She looked at Sonic's face, partially serious.
No,
and partially
partly.
mischievous. Partly serious and partly mischievous, as opposed to holy. As he navigated the blur that was the world around them, leaping from branches and ledges with nimble agility that she had seen him use in many fights she spectated. She felt her heart pump with full adrenaline. She wasn't running herself, but the rush and excitement of moving at breakneck speeds that she herself was in no way capable of moving on her own power. This was the world that Sonic the Hedgehog lived in, and she loved it. After a minute of running, they arrived at their destination. Unfortunately, Sonic didn't account for the whiplash, and Zelda died.
She
A
died the
wonderful
second you
blue
stopped,
lake.
Sonic. There was nothing you could do.
There's nothing you could do. A wonderful crystal blue lake surround like lush grass and big leafy tree that they stopped under. Zelda marveled at the sight. She didn't care how he found it. She just loved that he found it. She could only find one word in her brilliant, educated mind to articulate her state of mind at the scene before her. Big words, big words, big words.
Wow.
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 Okay, Taylor, you go.
How about now? Sonic asked with his hands covering his eyes. Not yet. Be patient. Zelda, I'm the wrong person to be saying that line to, he quipped. Okay, fine. Turn around. The hedgehog uncovered his eyes and turned his head to a most welcome sight. Zelda in a attractive one-piece swimsuit colored a deep regal blue with the crest of the royal house of Hyrule emblazoned on the stomach.
Emblazoned?
Emblazoned.
I have never seen that word in my life. I'm gonna
Me
Google
either.
this actual. I'm gonna say this is an actual word.
Sonic's green eyes were full of awe before her form.
It's a real word.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess we're dumb.
I would have used the word embroidered, but whatever.
Yeah,
Adorned,
same.
decorated,
Oh,
embellished. is
Dylan,
like
don't convince them to make more big words.
they use
Embroidered, it's proper.
For that.
Using big words.
Shyness was evident on her face, a deep blush across her cheeks. Anyone who was friends with her knew that Zelda wasn't a vain woman who used her looks to her advantage. In fact, she was very humble about her overall appearance. She was well aware that many of the males in the mansion considered her beautiful, but she didn't really pay it much mind. Most of the time, she went out of her way to downplay her looks, rarely straying from her normal royal dress. This was probably the first time she'd ever worn a swimsuit in front of a guy outside of Link and Snake, and judging by the look on his face, it was getting the reaction she wanted. Wow. So, she asked, her hands behind her back. You look like a goddess.
That's because
Sonic
she is.
Utter. Sonic Utter, ew.
Sonic Utter.
He's an udder. He's a cow. He turned into milk for Danny.
Ooh.
gotta go fast.
She giggled at the look on his face. She honestly didn't know if she would be considered attractive to a talking hedgehog.
Ew.
You are too kind.
It sounds
me
like
a
she
while.
wants to ride the Sonic Spinball.
Oh! Took me a while to pick out a good one. She gave it a quick twirl, showing off her nice figure to her friend. Friend? Really?
Friend in
Yeah.
quotations.
Friend-zoned. Sonic looked as if he'd seen a plate full of chili dogs, with the drool flowing from his gaping mouth. She walked over and playfully closed it with her hand. I take it that you approve? Regaining his senses, he gave her a thumbs up. That outfit get the official Sonic seal of approval.
That's
Ew.
not worth much.
No,
That
it's
seal of
Sonic
approval made 06 and Lost World. I don't trust it.
That outfit looks too good.
Thanks, Sonic. Zelda quickly walked over to the edge of the lake, sticking her slender feet into
What
the
a
water.
fucking
Ew, I
cunt.
don't want to hear about her feet.
What a fucking cunt. I have to talk about this for a second. What an absolute fucking cunt she is. You take Sonic to a lake? Are you stupid? Like, that he can't swim. He's afraid of water. Why would you take him to a lake? And why would you take him to a lake
just
when you're
after
gonna...
a while, some music starts playing and he eventually drowns.
Who fucking eats picnic food in a bathing suit? Who fucking
don't
swims
know.
and eats their picnic?
This
Who
doesn't
puts
sound
their
realistic.
suit on around their friend, like, to get a reaction?
They didn't
out of
even
them?
say they ate the picnic.
She's a thought. The coolness caused her to retract her limb suddenly, but soon got
She
got
just took her
used-
arm off.
but soon got used to the temperature as she strolled into the water. Ah! She uttered, "This is wonderful."
That didn't sound like a it was like
This is wonderful.
It's too cold.
She's a fucking masochist.
her fucking body melts. Ah!
That's what I'm picturing. The princess ducked her head under the surface, moistening her entire body from head to toe. She splashed around a bit before looking back at her companion. Come in, Sonic. The water's fine.
You fucking dumb bitch.
Despite the eager and enticing invite from the woman, Sonic stuck to his spot some ways from the water's edge. I'm okay, Zelda. I'll just watch you, he answered nervously. She saw the apprehension on his face. Sonic couldn't swim. She knew it. Link knew it. Snake knew it. Everyone knew it. The speedy hedgehog couldn't swim a lick and made it a habit of staying far away from large bodies of water.
I took him
didn't
to a
wanna
lake.
He didn't want to take the risk of falling in and drowning. Her heart went out to him, but still, she wanted to enjoy this time
If
with
you
him.
want to enjoy your time with somebody,
Yeah.
don't take them somewhere that you know they won't like. That's
I know.
fucking rude.
Hey, I heard you're afraid of spiders, babe, so I took you to this tarantula mansion. Have
God,
fun.
I'd kill myself, and you'd have to see that.
Hey, honey, I heard.
No, I'd kill whoever fucking took me because I knew they were doing it out of spite deep down.
Hey, honey, I heard that you're afraid of clowns. Want to go to the circus?
That's no fun. Come on in. I won't let you drown.
I don't think that's how that works, Zelda.
No.
That's literally not how it works.
Zelda, you don't have to worry about me that much. Please. Zelda, the only way for that to work is for you to hold on to me or something. The aristocrat extended her arms out towards him. That's the idea.
Okay,
This-
switch.
Oh.
It's back to you then, Dylan.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, fuck. God damn.
Don't want to switch anymore, huh?
That is the point. Even with the water, there was no way on Earth that Sonic was going to turn down such an offer, since when, taking a deep breath, he carefully waded into the lake and into the arms of the beauteous gentlewoman. I don't want you to
no.
use big words when you can't even spell soldier right. She snapped her arms around him, feeling his
Snapped?
bantam body freezing up. There now, I got you, she whispered in his ear creepily. Yeah, I'm fine! You're fine. Everything's fine. Oh God, are we sinking? We're sinking. We're gonna drown. Zelda tried to quiet the fit of giggles. Why are you laughing? Threatening
laughing
to
at
escape
it?
from
I'm
her
not
mouth.
being afraid of water. That is actual garbage. What a fucking bitch. I hope she fucking dies.
As he panicked in her arms, the fact that he was even in the water was something she never thought she would get him to do. Maybe she looked better than she thought, making about her a vain bitch.
Oh my god, what a fucking hoe.
She is.
Now what
hate
do
her.
we do?
I hate her so much
he
now.
asked. Just relax. With one arm around his body, she pushed off and began to swim with him. How? Surprising Sonic. What he didn't know before this moment was Princess Zelda was a very strong swimmer, a little known fact. Probably the strongest in the kingdom.
Totally.
You got fish people in that kingdom, you liar! It was thanks to the years upon years of her sneaking out of the castle and taking private swims and I don't fucking care. You got fish people in your kingdom. It also didn't hurt that she got tips from a few Zoras. Oh, so now she's better than the Zoras because they gave her a cheat code here and there. But nevertheless, she was certainly strong enough to swim with Sonic under her arm like a child. He's probably drowning. Like Zelda beforehand, Sonic was filled with a sense of joy and wonder as he felt the water rush past his form for the first time. He knew what the sensation of moving through the water without flailing about like a madman. When he found himself in a body of water without his consent, it was with his consent. He went in there. He looked up at Zelda, seemingly very at home in this environment, and found yet another reason for his unconditioned adoration of her. Once they reached the center, she turned on her back with the hedgehog on her front. Both of their faces facing the wide blue sky. For Sonic, this was heaven. This is what heaven must be like. Relaxed? Very. Okay, switch.
Bullshit.
Alright. Oh, okay, here we go. And he blew up half the moon. The moon? Really? Oh, yeah! Say what you want about Eggman. The guy does nothing halfway.
But he
Sonic
blew up
said.
half the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pissed on the moon.
If he did it all the way, he would have blew up the whole moon.
Exactly. Sonic said before finishing off the last bite of the last chili dog that the kind princess had made for him. Lunch was a simple affair with Zelda, insisting on doing all the cooking, and stunningly, she made the best chili dogs he'd had ever eaten. In turn, he brought along dessert, several slices of Princess Peach's award-winning cake.
So he had to get his shit from Peach. She made her shit on her own. Wow, what a fucking asshole. They're both terrible. They're meant for each other.
Oh,
They
absolutely. Absolutely. It took months of bribing and begging from Sonic to get her to not only make it, but to keep it a secret from everyone. Most of all, Zelda, not an easy task given how absent-minded the Mushroom Kingdom's monarch could be, but the job was completed with much secrecy. Zelda was ecstatic and enjoyed the cake, saving half of it for later. Now, the duo was enjoying the late afternoon sun beneath the sole tree in the area. Sonic was relishing the feeling of the best pillow money could buy, Zelda's lap.
Oh no.
Sonic is paying for this.
Oh. She's a prostitute.
Exactly.
Like all women.
Not true.
Taylor, shut up. You know the truth.
The princess was being regaled with tales of Sonic's adventures and battles with the nefarious scientist, Dr. Eggman, her palm tenderly stroking his azure quills. You've had some pretty impressive adventures for a hedgehog. Meh, nothing much. Just another day in the life, princess.
It all went kind of downhill after my second adventure, though. No one really
Very
liked
true.
anything after that.
You made it sound so average. It was true for Sonic. He wasn't the type to brag on himself or the things
Except
he's
for
done.
when he keeps doing it.
For someone so fast, he was surprisingly humble and grounded. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Something she enjoyed over Marth telling her of the various gallant adventures he's had. Not to say he was lying. It was just the presentation that turned her off from the prince. You've been to space, fought ancient gods, and even met your
You
younger
are
self?
a god. You and Link have fought Ganondorf in many different timelines, iterations, incarnations. That should not impress you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing much, really. It's just things that happen in life, he said. Plus, I'm lucky that I have friends to share it with. Oh, you mean Miles? Sonic laughed. Zelda was probably the only person who can't help calling Tails by his real name. His best friend would very much like this woman. Yep, Tails is an amazing pilot. Awesome engineer.
I love how they acknowledge that Tails just wants to be called by his real name, and no one does it.
I know. Sad.
Poor
He's
guy.
like, guys, I have a name. Come on. It's on my name tag. Come on.
To make a lot of friends easy. What about your other friends? Well, he paused for a bit.
It just made me think of the song Other Friends.
Other friends.
Trying to find a good way to describe his allies. Knuckles is kind of a stick in the mud, but I trust him to watch my back in a fight. Shadow is complicated. Hard to tell what that guy is thinking. We always get confused for each other, but I don't understand why.
He's
very
gay.
distant kind of guy. Very distant kind of guy, almost like Snake in a way. Rouge is very forward, knows what he wants and how to get it. And then there's Amy. Amy, no!
Miss! I'll kill everyone to get you.
Ah, man. That's a good way to put it. She's a nice enough girl, but she doesn't get that I don't like her that way. I'm not the type to settle down or anything. Is she cute? Cute enough. It's her personality that turns me off. Too clingy and possessive. Not my style. There was a small pause before Zelda spoke again. Sonic, I ask you something?
Oh,
if you
no.
don't want to answer it, I can understand. Sure, go ahead.
Are you a virgin?
Fuck, when you ask that to like anybody.
Yeah, I tell it to every girl I go with.
Every
Hey.
single friend I have, I ask them, "Hey, are you a virgin?"
Okay, let's switch at the "Are you a virgin" line. Okay, who was it? Danny.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's me.
Danny.
Wait, fuck! Come on. That's insult. I'm taking that. You
Rude.
bastards. Stop
Did that
laughing!
on purpose?
You fucking. God damn it. Right, fine. Are you a virgin? It caught him off guard. He didn't really expect her to ask him such a question. It took him a while to collect himself before answering. Nope, not a virgin. Last out a while ago. Really? Asked an interested Zelda. Was it to Amy? Oh god, no, he answered quickly. If that happened, she'd never leave me alone for a second. No, I've only had sex twice in my life. Only twice? Yep. Surprised? Only a bit. So who were they? Oh god.
So, who just slept with Sonic?
Harem.
Tell me who's the next girl you were banged.
The blue
Who's the
flirt
next
took a
girl
deep
you
breath
encountered?
before he started. Her name was Blaze the cat. She was a
Reality
princess.
is just like flickering right now. Like reality is flickering. Like time is being warped. Jesse Pajamas appears out of nowhere. We've entered a completely different story.
Oh no.
It was Blaze the cat.
Her name was Blaze the cat. She was a princess like you.
What?
But with a common touch. Oof. You two are a lot alike, really. Strong and powerful, but heavy with burden. We worked together a few times, and she was from another dimension. She had problems trusting others, and she always did things herself without anyone else to help her. Why is she telling, like, the entire backstory of Blaze the cat? Why?
Because she's important. Just like
It took a while
Samus.
to get us to open up, but we became friends. More than that, apparently. It was at my birthday party. She took me aside and said she had been racking her brain, trying to figure out
Right
what to
after
get me.
she came there with Silver. She fucks
Oh.
Sonic. Oh my
wow.
god.
Terrible. What a meanie.
Does anybody but you believe your lies?
No, don't start.
Dylan, you're not allowed to talk anymore. Your privileges have been taken away.
I do what I want, woman.
It's my video now.
No, it's not.
No
Taylor,
use.
stop!
No.
No. Right. When I asked what she got me, she just kissed me, and then we went to a private spot, and, well, you know.
Out in the
Afterwards-
open, you know, that large open field we were in.
Silver just crying in the corner.
Aww.
No!
It's no use.
God.
He hangs
just went-
himself.
No!
He
Fucking
uses
stop. No.
telekinesis to keep the rope up.
Damn.
He's an optimist, but he's also a realist.
Finally, Danny's giving in.
Afterwards, we just went back to the party, and no one was the wiser. Oh, so Silver wasn't sat crying in the corner.
And Silver's dead.
Fuck!
He overdosed.
Oh, stop!
What a little peep.
That was a great present. Tell me about it. The second time was with Rouge. We kind of ran into each other one day.
Oh no,
Got to
now we know
talking,
why
and
she
then-
calls him Big Blue.
Oh,
no.
stop it, stop it! Got to talking, and then she just asked me point blank if I wanted to have sex with her. Seriously? She asked incredulously. Just like that. Told you that Rouge was just blunt like that. She didn't like to mince words. Well, I was bored, and she looked pretty good, so I figured, what the hell?
She
And we
locked
went
the
at it.
door behind her.
It was just a passion thing, one time.
Okay,
You don't
switch.
Fuck.
You don't hear me judging. So what about you? Are you still a virginal princess? The princess turned her head to the side, her face awash in crimson. No, Babaka, but you better not tell anyone that I said that, or I will tell everyone your real name.
His real name
Well,
is Sonic. Stop being Archie obsessed, you fucking weirdo.
No, it's Ogilvy.
It's
Yeah,
Sonic.
Will be Marie.
His name is Sonic. His name is Sonic the Hedgehog.
His name is Ogilvy Marie.
That is
the
Archie
Hedgehog.
Sonic. He is not the same Sonic.
It should be over in the real canon. I like that name, Ogilvy Maurice. It's a cute name. That warning was enough to ensure his silence. Just like me saying Ogilvy Maurice is a cute name. Very few people knew Sonic's real name, and he kept it that way. How Zelda got it out of him is a mystery, best left for another day. Okay, I promise, he said in a panic. This was long enough to ensure his silence. Sometimes Zelda can be scary when she needs to be. So I'm guessing it was Link? She nodded to his inquiry. It was just a one-time thing. Nothing serious. We both agreed not to tell
But you
anyone.
said earlier to Samus that you didn't. You lied.
That's mean.
She's a lying hoe.
Why would you tell your friend that you didn't fuck the guy she wants to go with?
I
when you
know,
actually
come
did?
on.
That is really mean. I
It
fucking
seemed
killed
like
my friend for
Samus
that.
would have
so
been
rude.
fine with it. It seemed like Samus would have been fine with it if she just told her.
Probably.
Plus, I'd rather Samus not know about this. Say no more, she smiled at his reassurance. He casually closed his eyes, taking in the harmony of the scene around him. He turned his head to her lap, breathing in her gentle scent. You smell good, he murmured. I took a long shower, she joked, running her free hand.
Who
across
talks
the
like that?
section.
Who fucking talks like that? When I'm fucking flirting with someone, I don't go, "Oh yeah, did you bathe today?"
You smell like shit.
Reading this,
We can switch if
she
you don't want to
enjoyed
read
petting
it.
him this way. No, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, Dylan. Shut your mouth, boy.
Wow.
Well, then take
Oh,
it
wow.
take less time than fucking to boot up a '90s computer. Just read.
Gee, almost like a cat, but far more adorable. Kill me, Dylan. Please, do you have a shotgun? Kill me. She started to hum to her. An old tune her mother used to sing to her when she was a child. That makes me
It's
horny.
the fucking song of healing.
It seemed to have an effect on her companion as he began to nod off into a small nap. Artie wants to go next.
it's
I
me
think
already?
it's Taylor.
Now,
Why
she
did
wasn't
she-
sure when or how it happened. Looking back at it,
Oh,
part
no.
of her just must have wanted to do it since it occurred under her watch and Sonic was drifting off to sleep, so it can't be blamed. Nevertheless, somehow, someway, she found her hand gliding along to his arms, his stomach, and finally to what she could probably call his crotch.
That's
What you
rape.
can probably call
That's
it.
rape.
She's
It
raping
is.
They
It
they
is.
are they are
Taking
friends.
advantage of someone who's sleeping.
They are friends,
Uh-huh.
and he did not consent.
Mm-mm.
That's rape.
It
Also, it was
very
already established in this continuity that Sonic is the Sonic from the games and is not wearing pants. So where the fuck would his dick be?
I don't
It
know.
was-
Maybe he's like a dog and it just retracts into himself.
Sonic's Red Rocket.
It was very soft down there. Softer than most of him, really. The softness intrigued her on an almost subconscious level, causing her palm to caress the area more than she should have. I don't like this.
I don't.
Gotta keep reading. Gotta keep
It,
reading.
it was a few minutes after she started that she noticed it. A slight but growing hardness. She didn't really notice it at first. Her mind adrift in thoughts, but it was when Zelda cast a lazy eye to that area that she saw it. Her hand was on top of Sonic's hard penis.
Okay, we'll switch.
You don't
I'll
want me to read this?
I'll read this part and then we'll switch again.
All right.
Dylan can't listen to Taylor say dirty words.
She's gonna be really shy about it. It took all of her willpower just to keep from screaming out in shock. Her modesty yelled at her to take her hand away, but it was instantly silenced by her immense curiosity. Fucking Sonic's ultimate harem. Part of her always wondered what it looked like. The sexual organ of a talking anthropomorphic hedgehog was just different. She fascinated and just a tad bit turned on before she realized it. Her hand was fondling the member like a child playing with clay. Don't bring up children.
Ew.
Don't bring up
No.
children, please.
Harrison.
She felt the texture, the girth, the weight,
Oh.
the heat of it. The princess noted every curve, every bump of the penis, pushing her curiosity to a
Oh,
new
no,
level.
he's getting
Okay,
this.
switch.
He has a weird
All right.
penis, and nobody wants a weird penis.
All right, here we go. Okay. Sonic began to stir in his sleep, a slight grin on his face. This spurred her on. Throwing all caution and sense to the wind, he wrapped her fingers around his shaft and began to move up and down the dimensions of it. He sucked in some air at the pleasurable feeling she was inflicting upon him. Sonic began to get more restless the longer she played with him. She placed her hand on his head, trying to keep him still. Oh my
God.
this really does sound like rape.
It is! That's
That is
because it is!
Literally rape.
This is just like Sonic's Ultimate Harem Chapter 1 all over again. He's getting raped.
Oh Lord. She placed a small kiss on his forehead as her hand sped up.
Ew.
The amount of power she felt at this moment.
She is a rapist!
She's literally raping him.
This is
Oh,
terrible.
Lord. She whispered sweet, unintelligible nothings in his ears as he unconsciously buried
Remember,
his face
kids,
in her.
rape is okay when it's women doing it.
Mhm.
No.
That's totally fine.
Inhaling her delightful scent, his tics start to jerk. He was getting close. There was nothing to stop him or her, and that was all right with her. Holy shit! Sonic shot awake just as he climaxed in Zelda's soft hand. Between the disorientation of waking up suddenly and the rush of positive stimulus, it took him a few seconds to find his bearings and clear his thoughts. Breathing heavily, he looked at Zelda and then to his crotch. He saw his cock. He saw her hand. He saw his semen on her hand. He looked back at her. All Zelda did was give him an eager grin. Wow, he finally spoke. That's one way to wake up.
Okay,
No.
switch.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, the first few stars awoke in the night sky as Sonic sped back to the Smash Mansion with Zelda in his arms.
The
They could have
Smash
been-
Man.
The Smash
Sound
Mansion.
like-
They could have been back much sooner, but they decided to take the long way back, which for Sonic was just walking back at a normal pace. They spent the time chatting about various things. Among them was the princess giving the hedgehog a not so rude awakening.
How do you just go about your day after that?
I mean,
like, yeah, you raped me. That's fine. I'm fine with this.
So anyway, how's life?
The man probably likes it.
Oh, I don't know.
So, how's your sex life?
Once the sun had sunk beneath the horizon and the moon had shown its lunar face, the pair figured it was time to really head back. Sonic zipped back into the courtyard where Snake and Link had their morning spa before they left. Using his incredible reflexes, he bound up a tree and along the roof of the vast building to reach the slightly open window to the room belonging to Zelda. Last stop, beautiful princess's rooms. Everyone's off the bus, he quietly joked as he landed inside of her room. She tittered a bit at his little joke as she reluctantly climbed out of his arms. And I was just enjoying the ride. Didn't hurt that the driver was so adorable. The blue blur scratched his head at her compliment. You didn't have to drop me off at my room, Sonic. What kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't escort you home? Thank you. What kind of conversation is this?
You raped me.
Yeah, I can't get over that.
Thank you. I'm confused at like what's
Just
going
letting
on.
you know, if someone touches you in a way or in a place that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
No good.
Okay, there's some weird conversation. I have no idea what's going on. Thank you. Don't mention it. I really had a great time today, Sonic. I can't thank you enough. It was nothing, Zelda. You deserve it. Really, does she?
You deserve to rape me.
She took him to his worst fear and then raped him. Like, come on, she's a fucking bitch. We should do that again. We should do this again sometime. No, you fucking
we
shouldn't.
should.
You're a criminal. You're a fucking criminal. Oh, I agree, she said before heading to her closet. Well, I better let you go so you can get some rest. Oh, wait, she said, stopping him in his tracks. Stay for a minute. I want to ask you for a favor. Really? A favor? Yeah, is that okay? For you, Zelda, I don't mind.
Okay,
Right, I'm
switch.
switching.
That's where I was gonna have you switch anyway.
The royal grin as she retreated into her closet, presumably to change clothes. Sonic was left alone, staring at the various decorations and ornaments that adorned the scene. Next to her bed was the flowers that he left there early that morning.
The crime scene.
Crime scene. As well as photo of herself and Link in what could only assume was Hyrule Castle. Next to that was the small bracelet that he bought her for her birthday. He remembered shopping around for it with Link and Snake for 2 days, trying to find the perfect gift for his favorite princess. Both heroes took a lot of pleasure in mocking him and hitting him with barbs and joked at his expense. But they were still enough friends to help him find her gift. She gave him a giant hug and kiss on the cheek, much to the jealousy of Marth, who had given her a large bouquet of roses.
I feel bad for Marth. Marth just keeps getting shit on. Like,
Exactly.
It's bad enough he's not Roy, but now he's getting cucked.
His attention was called over as Zelda appeared before him in her nightgown. I hope I'm not keeping you up. It's okay, Sonic, she waved up. So what's this favor you wanted to ask? Want me to get you something to eat? Wordlessly, she got over to her bed and sat, nothing like that. Well, what is it? Sonic, she started, could you spend the night with me? What?
What?
Spend the night with me? We don't have to do anything. I just want to know what it's like to sleep next to you. If it's too much, I can understand. I'm sorry for asking. No, he quickly spoke. It's no trouble. It's just, are you sure? I'm very sure. Well, I guess I can stay if it makes you happy. It does. Then there is no trouble. Zelda could barely contain her joy as the hedgehog hopped onto the mattress and began to remove his trademark red sneakers while she crawled under the sheets. Wow, this bed is pretty comfy. Better than sleeping in a tree, huh? She quipped. Sonic only wagged his finger as he joined her under the sheets. Can you hit the light? Sonic looked behind him and clicked the lamp on the nightstand, submerging the room in darkness.
Lamb.
What?
You hit the lamp.
Just an actual lamb.
For a long while, neither said a word, the only sounds in the room being a pair of deep, nervous breaths. This was new to the both of them, and they didn't know how to proceed. Even though, no, it's not new to Sonic. He had sex with Blaze and Rouge.
And she had sex too.
Yeah, this isn't new to them. Good night, Zelda. Night, Sonic. Artie wants to go next.
It's me.
Oh,
It is
no.
Taylor.
Acting on instinct, she moved closer to him and planted a small kiss on his forehead. Playing with his own instincts, he pulled her close, wrapping his arms around her. He was about to ask her if it was okay to touch her in this way, but she didn't pull away or protest.
You know, Sonic, you don't have to ask. She raped you earlier.
Yeah, she gets what's coming to her.
At this point, she's asking for it.
What goes round comes round.
Emboldened, she pulled her as tightly against him as he could. She responded.
She
in
pulled
kind.
her against
Yeah.
him as tightly as he could.
Yeah, that makes no sense. She responded in kind by drawing him closer to her body. If Marth knew of this situation, he'd probably
What the fuck
explode
is with
into
the
a
Marth
green cloud of
cucking?
jealousy. Sonic grinned in the dark. Thanks for telling me. He never told her or anyone this, but he was addicted to touching Zelda.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ, that's so weird. I'm addicted to touching you. Ugh.
It pleased him in a way that he never knew he could be pleased. She felt and smelt so good. Is she some iron?
Oh,
They
God.
smelt. They just fucking smelt.
He buried his head in her chest, trying to absorb every single scent molecule that was emitting from.
This guy is into
her
fetish
form.
shit.
He's
Yeah.
freaking me out.
You can tell. Zelda was in the same boat as him. Hugging Sonic was helpless. It was happiness. Sorry. The feel.
Helpless.
I know. I have that on my mind. The feel of his quills against her skin gave her a high no drug could match in 1,000 years or 1,000 worlds.
Not even ketamine could match this one.
That's why she asked this favor of him. She wanted to know if sleeping next to him felt just as good as hugging him. And glory to the goddess, it was better.
Okay,
Sleep was
we're gonna switch again, but this time I'm not reading because my throat's hurting. So someone, we just skip me.
Okay, I'll take over. Sleep is the farthest thing from each of their minds. They just want to feel more. Zelda felt a familiar heat grow in her core the longer she held him. Oh no.
Oh,
It
no.
started when she jerked him off that afternoon, but now it was burning hotter than before. She moaned a little, her legs starting to move on their own, entangling with his smaller limbs.
Ew, that sounds so wrong.
Yeah. Sonic nuzzled her chest, her breast sandwiched between either side of his head. His hands gripped at her thin gown, as if trying to grab her soul through his skin.
Weird way to describe that, but okay.
Okay. How far was she going to let him go?
I'm assuming all the way because she literally raped you earlier.
Yeah, totally. Without a word, she lightly bit on his ear. It didn't hurt.
Whose
In-
is?
His ear
No, is ear. Who is?
is.
Is.
Yeah, she's going all Mike Tyson on him. In fact, it sent him over the edge of sanity.
Why insane?
He just all of a sudden switches to the Sonic from the Amy universe. I'm gonna kill you.
Amy, no.
He's been raped and traumatized in one day. Of course he's going to go insane.
He gets this in every continuity we read.
Poor Sonic.
Totally. Sonic's open mouth licked and nibbled at her gown. He really should stop before it got out of hand. I mean, she only wanted to sleep in the same bed as him. That was all, right? He honestly wanted to stop, but his desire for her had destroyed any reason he had left.
So he's raping her now.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how it goes in these stories, except for that Rouge one. That one just got really dark.
like the princess that afternoon, his hand had a mind of its own as it grabbed a handful of her backside. All she did was let out a throaty moan in his ear. The heat in her body was so hot, she wondered if the bed would ignite, and then they just burst into flames. The end.
And they both die.
That's how I probably was with Blaze, to be honest.
She took his hand and placed it under her gown, onto her bare ass.
Okay,
Sonic.
switch.
Oh god, no. Sonic gasped. Her ass was so hot. And she wasn't wearing underwear. Oh god, she was horny beyond reason, and so was he. She had to have known since his dick was erect and pressing against her stomach. Even if someone walked in on them, there was no stopping him.
Who'd walk
He
in on
wanted her
them?
right now. It didn't matter to him that she was a human. He wanted her.
Would this
Sonic.
technically be bestiality?
Yes.
Let's not question it. Sonic, she whispered in a hot, urgent tone. The normally prim and proper princess arched her leg up enough for him. Do it! Do it!
Do it. Do it.
Jesus Christ! Okay. He needed no further invitation as he guided himself into her wet sex.
I hate that. I hate that.
I hate it.
Her wet sex.
What?
Into her wet sex, Dylan. That's
I
what he
hate that term.
Is that a synonym for vagina now?
It is.
Yeah, apparently it is. The heat, wetness, and tightness of her vagina was almost too much for him to handle. She felt nothing like Rouge or Blaze, probably because she's not an animal, she's a human being.
Also,
That
she's
is
not
what's-
like 3 feet tall.
This is what sex with a human was. Oh, I was right. It is what it is. This is what sex with a human is like. As he drove himself deeper into her, he pulled up her gown just enough to expose her perky and pointy nipples. He didn't want to consume her tip. Wait, he didn't wait to consume her tip.
Consumed it.
Consume tip.
As opposed to, with his ear.
Hang on, he didn't wait to consume her tit with his mouth. Zelda pulled him closer, giving more incentive to feast upon her chest. Jesus Christ! He started to grind into her opening, very heavy and astonishingly slow for someone like him. It wasn't like any sex either of them had had before. It was close, intimate, personal, almost spiritual in a way. Fuck.
You are overhyping this.
I know.
Spiritual, my ass. Deep down, they both knew that.
The holy set.
No, it's not holy. Deep down, they both knew that this was always meant to happen. From the moment she saw him, she was hopelessly attracted to him and his free personality, and he couldn't help but be drawn to her regal beauty and barring.
So
The
they're
line
both
of
vain as fuck.
Pretty much. The line of friendship had been crossed, or maybe it never existed in the first place. She knew it. He knew it. Link knew it. Snake knew it. Samus knew it.
What? Everyone's just watching them.
Paul knew it. Joe knew it.
Dylan knew it. Dummersville knew it. We all knew it. It's like, fuck. Even that stick in the mud Mars knew it. Oh my god!
Poor
fucking
Mars.
Mars.
What?
Mars-
Are you really watching porn by yourself? Nah, I'm with the boy.
They weren't just close friends. They were attracted to each other. They just needed an extra push to get to this point. It didn't take long before Sonic expelled his seed deep into her body. He had never climaxed that quickly before, but then again, this was a first for both of them. They embraced so hard that they seemed to crush the life from each other as he emptied himself.
They're just dead.
He was fucking dead. Almost like he was marking her from the inside out. Ugh. He looked up at her as she looked down at him. There was no pain or doubt in their eyes, only a hunger and wanting between them. In one swift motion, he pushed her on her back and stripped off her gown, discarding it to the floor. They stared at each other for a minute before they crashed into each other with a kiss.
Okay,
Their first
switch.
kiss, but not their last.
What are you doing, Link? Asked, listening, trying to hear what you're doing.
Oh my god.
Oh no, this is Sonic's ultimate harem. What the fuck? All the tropes are here.
Bounty Hunter had her ear to the wall that separated her room from Zelda's. She had heard the hedgehog running to the room, but didn't hear him run out, and now her curiosity had gotten the better of her. It's surprising to see her act this way. Thought you weren't the one for this type of stuff. I'm not, she answered. I just have a bet going with Snake. Really? He incredulously asked. You two bet on their love life? He suggested it. It seemed like a good idea. It's a stupid idea. And what makes you think you so sure they are doing anything in there? Didn't hear him leave. Okay, good point, he coincided. So they could just be talking. or they could be going at it like monkeys.
Oh god.
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
I don't hear anything. They could be very quiet. Link side, whatever they're doing, it ain't our business. So come away from the wall.
Just saying, that's kind of racist. You share a mansion with Diddy Kong.
Samus looked back at the hero with a look, a very dirty look. He knew what that look meant. He knew what she wanted. He both hated and
Who
loved
cares about these two? Why are we here?
I don't know.
That look meant that he was going to be very tired and very sore tomorrow.
What a
Oh.
poor Twinkie boy.
Oh,
She's
no.
a top. She's a power top.
She's a dominatrix.
That's what power tops mean, Danny.
I'm
being
saying
so
dominatrix.
innocent.
No, I'm trying.
I don't like this.
He resigned himself to his
Women
fate.
shouldn't be powerful.
He had to get her away from the wall and give his friends some time alone. Fine, but you really need to stop betting on stuff like this. Deal. I'll be a good boy and straight.
Oh no, it
Oh,
is that.
no,
Okay,
Link.
now it's my turn.
Oh.
And that was my first Super Smash Bros. Fic. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't going to finish this, but I was inspired by a very precious friend who's reading this right now. She's a never mind. She's a talented artist and Adventure Time writer named... I don't fucking know that name.
Arathiana. Oh my god.
Pick a real name. She's very precious to me, and I tip my fedora at her beyond reason. So, check out her work. Until next time, later, fickers!
Oh my god. I've never read anything as like that's just terrible. That's the
Is
worst
that
thing I've
like
read.
is that like a
Also,
mixture
I
between
got-
frick and the N-word?
Fic? I think it's like to do with fanfic, so it's
Yeah,
like
fan fiction.
Oh. What did you guys think of this story, one by one?
I hated it. I hated it. Right.
Okay.
Hated it. Poor Sonic got traumatized. I want to kill myself.
Okay, Dumsville,
I wanted to hurt myself too.
and Taylor.
I don't like when women are dominant.
Okay, a geek, film nerd, whatever.
Yeah, it's nerd. Thank you very much. I just want to say I'm very sorry I put you guys through this. I didn't realize how rough this is going to be, but in a weird way, it was still kind of fun.
It was less terrible than Dolphin Fuckers fan fiction.
It was.
Plus, we got the best meme of all, Solider Snake. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want a chance to come on here and have a fanfiction read and you be in the call with us, then go to my Patreon and donate $20. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Before the credits roll, I thought I'd give a shout out to my multiple ways of making money. YouTube is slowly starting to sanitize the platform, making it harder for people to make money on edgier content like I do. So I'm reminding you guys that I have a Patreon. The Patreon has plenty of reward tiers, including seeing my podcast early, being able to join my fan Discord, and possibly even getting on the show if I can fit that into the schedule. I have video recommendation tiers that you can try to get into, and if Patreon isn't your thing, I also sell merchandise. I have both Chris Chan and Edge related stuff, so no matter what you watch me for, there is a shirt or a hoodie that I'm sure you'd like to own. And if all else fails and my YouTube falls apart, I always have a BitChute account, so remember to check out all these different things in the description below.